Test, test. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Where are we at? Sound bites. Technical difficulties on the sound bites. I guess we're going to have to work on that. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Smith Radio. This is morning time, and I think we got sound bites. There we go. Lord. Producer, you think this is a one-man show or something?
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Smith Radio. Your host, Brian Smith, on the Morning Update Edition. We are just a few days out, 17 days and 17 hours out from the election. It is getting closer. It is winding closer. Everybody's sweating bullets. I know people are getting headaches and people don't want to hear anymore, don't want to know anymore. Oh, my goodness. You won't know what happened last night until I tell you. I stayed up all night last night just going and searching and delving through the dark web, trying to get all the information, all the tidbits, all the things that you want to know, just so I can do that for you. I just like doing it. I have fun with it. And as the title says, breaking news, folks. While you were going to bed, somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, it broke. WikiLeaks released the first of a batch of Barack Hussein Obama's emails. This is not Leon Podesta's emails. However, they are Podesta's emails, but they're in conjunction with sending back and forth to Obama. WikiLeaks promises that it is a treasure trove of information. Without a doubt. It's probably the most damning of all information. It's unbelievable. Some people are speculating right now that Obama had used his entire presidency for 7.5 years, had used a shadow private email. When I say shadow email, it's an email that's kind of hidden that you wouldn't know that was there. But he's using that in order to circumvent the law. Not only that, but WikiLeaks shows Obama did know about Hillary Clinton's private email server the entire time. So Obama lied to the public. Obama lied to anybody who ever asked him the question. Obama lied. Lying. Hillary, lie. Just on and on and on. The only thing that I pray and hope is that Obama's emails do not adversely affect the country, America itself. Go ahead, destroy Obama, expose him for the corrupt, do little, do nothing. Well, not do little. He's done a lot, but he's done a lot of bad things. But expose Obama for the incompetent, pathetic, non-presidential resume person that he is. Obama, if he applied for a job at where I work or some of the other places that we work at, he would never get hired. He has no credentials whatsoever. Anyways, I digress. So more of the Obama WikiLeaks to come, more of the emails to come. It's going to be damning. It's going to be bad. It's going to expose him. Also, WikiLeaks promises to expose Donna Brazier. They've got a boatload of emails on her, as well as other media outlets. The Leon Podesta, we're at 13. Leon Podesta 13.0 dumped last night, and it's a doozy. Everybody's combing through it right now, trying to figure out where it is and what it is and how it is. So, but let me put it to you this way. This hour brought to you by Donald J. Trump. This is a commercial that he put together based on soundbite from the debate earlier this week. And this is a Donald Trump ad.
Secretary Clinton During your 2009 Senate confirmation hearing, you promised to avoid even the appearance of a conflict of interest with your dealing with the Clinton Foundation while you were Secretary of State. But emails show that donors got special access to you. Those seeking grants for Haiti relief were considered separately from non-donors, and some of those donors got government contracts, taxpayer money. Can you really say that you kept your pledge to that Senate committee? And why isn't what happened and what went on between you and the Clinton Foundation, why isn't it what Mr. Trump calls pay to play?
And that's it. And the big sign pops up there on the screen that says Trump Pence for president. Yeah. No, that question alone, I was so shocked. I was actually really excited that Chris Wallace asked that question, because it's about time that the media step up and actually start asking real questions. Just beyond me. Beyond me. I'm not sure if I played this clip. I'll get to that later on. Hold on. Let's jump right to, since he did the Clinton Foundation and the pay to play, let's... Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton last night were at Al Smith dinner. It's a charitable dinner, and not the Pope, but one of the archdiocese was there, and at the very Catholic-funded orientation. I apologize, folks. I don't know too much about that thing other than it's nonprofit, and it's a roast fest, supposed to be a joke fest. Mitt Romney and Obama went to it right after. And you always go to this thing right after the last debate. They're kind of lightheart and let it go and just kind of move on. The debate's been the trail's been long and we've been a hard fought debate and all this and all that. And so we'll end it with a dinner and a fundraiser and lightheartedness. No biggie. Well, apparently inside sources tell me that Donald Trump wrote his entire roast for Hillary Clinton. If you're squeamish or you're uncomfortable with somebody being put on the hot seat, this might not be for you. There's no cuss words. It's very family appropriate. But I've got, oh my God, I'm not going to play them all, but I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 clips of Trump roasting, smoking the dinner. So I'll open with the opening clip. I'll play one other clip, and then I'll play the last clip. Oh my goodness, you got to hear this, folks.
A special hello to all of you in this room who have known and loved me for many, many years. It's true. The politicians. They've had me to their homes. They've introduced me to their children. I've become their best friends in many instances. They've asked for my endorsement, and they always wanted my money. And even called me really a dear, dear friend. But then suddenly decided when I ran for president as a Republican that I've always been a no-good, rotten, disgusting scoundrel. And they totally forgot about me. But that's okay. You know, they say when you do this kind of an event, you always start out with a self-deprecating joke. Some people think this would be tough for me, but the truth is, the truth is I'm actually a modest person, very modest. It's true. In fact, many people tell me that modesty is perhaps my best quality. Even better than my temperament. You know, Cardinal Dolan and I have some things in common. For instance, we both run impressive properties on Fifth Avenue. Of course, his is much more impressive than mine. That's because I built mine with my own beautifully formed hands. While his was built with the hands of God, and nobody can compete with God. Is that correct? Nobody, right? That's right. No.
Yeah, that's it's just
I'd like.
it's one of those openings that's just kind of awkward, kind of weird, but whatever. He's having fun with it, and he's calling the elites, he's calling them out as to who they are, what they are, kind of walking into it and getting into it, and then he starts to ramp it up a little bit and ramp it up, and he goes along and he throws this one out.
These events give not only the candidates a chance to be with each other in a very social setting, it also allows the candidates the opportunity to meet the other candidates' team. Good team. I know Hillary met my campaign manager, and I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are, the heads of NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC. There's the New York Times right over there, and the Washington Post. They're working overtime.
He literally calls them out as who they are. I mean, this roast is this is Donald Trump's chance of getting back at these are all the things that he wanted to say during the debate that might have been inappropriate, might have been weird, might have been uncomfortable. I don't want to make, the middle of the road folks feel uncomfortable, and those guys are like, stick to the details. I want to hear your plan. I want the details. I want the numbers. I'm a numbers kind of guy. And if you start going out with this kind of stuff, they get all a little nervous and a little shaky. But this is the venue for him to be able to do these things. And boy, oh boy, did he just started to get into the weeds and started to kind of. I mean, I kind of wish somebody to proofread this and went back and forth. Because if it was funny, if there was jokes and humor involved, it would have, I don't know, might have stuck more. A lot of people got really upset and said, oh, this was awful, awful, awful. Trump just gave Saturday Night Live, enough information, enough jokes for the rest of the next 4 years if he's elected. So, let's see. He joked about how Hillary Clinton said that if she's elected president, he could have any ambassador. He could be ambassador to Iran or Afghanistan, whichever one he wanted, which I know was a punch to the joke about, not the joke about, but it was a joke aimed at exposing Benghazi, Christopher Stevens. Very awkward. And then this one, the Rosie O'Donnell one. You got to hear this.
Last night, I called Hillary a nasty woman. But this stuff is all relative. After listening to Hillary rattle on and on and on, I don't think so badly of Rosie O'Donnell anymore. In fact, I'm actually starting to like Rosie a lot.
Yikes. Folks, can you say yikes? Wow. I mean, that was really interesting how he kind of floated that out there and did that like that. I don't know. I mean, it was one of those things where you kind of hold your breath and you're like, okay. And I know it wasn't like it was funny, ha ha ha, but it was one of those things that he wanted to apparently get out there. And I don't know. I don't have answers. I don't know. It was his thing. It's what he wanted to do. So be it. So be it. That's what it is. Yeah, that's all I can say is yikes. So, as the dinner went on and on, certain things were thrown out. He kept talking about this and that, talked about how this is Hillary's largest crowd ever. Also mentioned that sometime in the evening, Hillary Clinton bumped into me, and she looked at me and said, "Pardon me." I looked back at her, and I said, "Come see me when I'm elected president of the United States." Now, that was kind of funny. That was a good joke. That was one of his better ones. And now for the grand finale, the end of the clip, the end of the show. Then this is a little bit of a long one, but this is the end of the show. You've got to hear this.
I'd like to address an important religious matter, the issue of going to confession, or as Hillary calls it, the 4th of July weekend with FBI Director Comey. Now, I'm told Hillary went to confession before tonight's event, but the priest was having a hard time when he asked her about her sins, and she said she couldn't remember 39 times. Nah. Hillary is so corrupt. She got kicked off the Watergate Commission.
I know.
How corrupt you have to be to get kicked off the Watergate Commission.
Right.
Pretty corrupt. Hillary is and has been in politics since the 70s. What's her pitch? The economy is busted. The government's corrupt. Washington is failing. Vote for me. I've been working on these problems for 30 years. I can fix it, she says. I wasn't really sure if Hillary was going to be here tonight, because I guess you didn't send her invitation by email. Or maybe you did, and she just found out about it through the wonder of WikiLeaks. We've learned so much from WikiLeaks. For example,
Here it comes.
Hillary believes that it's vital to deceive the people by having one public policy and a totally different policy in private.
Okay. It's not over yet, but are you sweating? Are you uncomfortable? I can hear the crowd, and I love it. Now, let me tell you why you should love this. These people in this crowd, they're the elite media. They're the ones who feel that they're better than us, that they know more than us. They're the ones who have been lying to us and deceiving us. This is the establishment that he is fighting against. And if you're uncomfortable, that's good. That's fine. Uncomfortable is good for once. We've been way too comfortable for way too long. Now's the time to be uncomfortable. Thank you, Trump.
That's okay. I don't know who they're angry at, Hillary. You're right. For example, here she is tonight in public pretending not to hate Catholics.
What? Okay. No. That came out in the WikiLeaks just the other day.
Now, if some of you haven't noticed, Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us. That's because she knows the jokes. And all of the jokes were given to her in advance of the dinner by Donna Brazile, which is... Everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them. Thank you. I don't know, and I don't want this evening without saying something nice about my opponent. Hillary's been in Washington a long time. She knows a lot about how government works. And according to her sworn testimony, Hillary has forgotten more things than most of us will ever know. That I can tell you.
He got totally booed because this was supposed to. I mean, they weren't jokes. It wasn't written jokes. I mean, Trump's not a jokester in the sense that he's a stand-up comedian. I mean, he's the king of trolls, and he trolled the hell out of these guys. I'm so beside myself. I'm so excited and happy, and I love it. I think it's the greatest thing ever. So, with that being said, one last thing. I want to play this sound clip. I know I played a lot of sound clips today, but it was a huge, busy day of sound clips. A lot of information out, and a guy that I've absolutely think that is tremendous. Somebody that if you're on Twitter and you're not following him right now, excuse me, you should be. His name's Paul Joseph Watson, and his handle is @PrisonPlanet. And last night he released a video, and it might be a couple of cuss words in there, so I apologize. I have not been able to bleep those out yet, but this is in the raw, and this is the heart of how we feel against the mainstream media, against Hillary Clinton. This wraps all of this up. Yeah, Trump jabbed, and laid it all out. It was all real. There weren't any jokes about it. It wasn't a laughing matter. It was real. Everything he said at that dinner was a fact. Here's Prison Planet, and here's Paul doing a little rant real quick about the situation at hand.
Dear mainstream media, why do you still insult our intelligence by claiming to be impartial, when the WikiLeaks email dump has exposed the fact that you're pretty much a public relations firm for Hillary Clinton? You're not journalists, you're prostitutes. You're fucking sellout hacks who thought you wouldn't get caught prostrating yourselves for Team Hillary. Well, you have been caught, and it's fucking sickening. Handing questions to Hillary 24 hours before a town hall debate, giving Hillary's campaign staff veto power over your articles, lavishing her with praise and saying the story you're writing about her is the one that she wants, scheming with Team Hillary to write op-eds that would give her a, quote, big presence, allowing Hillary's campaign to play stories with you as they literally describe you as friendlies, teeing up stories to benefit Hillary, going to John Podesta's house for cosy dinners, being cherished by Hillary like you're her secret crush. Never Trumpers. Was it really worth trashing your entire careers and shitting on your audience just so you could pretend to be part of the establishment? Louise Mensch, a self-proclaimed conservative, exposed as a Hillary sycophant, writing emails begging to write campaign ads for her. My average retweets per tweet, 1,896. Louise Mensch's average retweets per tweet, 4. No one resonates with your bullshit. I mean, at least Politico's Glenn Thrush had the honesty to admit that he was a hack. When are the rest of you going to come clean and admit that you're taking it up the ass from Hillary, Podesta, and the rest of the Democratic Party establishment on a daily basis? Journalist donations, $382,000 to Hillary. Only $14,000 to Trump. There's no media bias, though. Yeah, right. Dear mainstream media, why is Donald Trump a crazy, dangerous conspiracy theorist for talking about a rigged system?
Donald Trump's biggest lie is about the election itself, the integrity of the election. He is alleging a massive conspiracy.
The system, folks, is rigged.
Of course the elections will not be rigged. What does that mean?
But when Democrats talk about a rigged system, they're paragons of wisdom.
A sense of a rigged system.
The game is rigged against them.
So there's a sense the game is rigged.
This is what a rigged economy is about.
A rigged system.
They'll do anything to rig the system for those at the top.
The game is rigged.
How can you claim that vote fraud is not a thing, while top Democratic Party operatives are on tape bragging about how they carry out vote fraud?
No, absolutely.
You know what? We've been busting people into deep fucking assholes for 50
for years, and we're not going to stop now.
If nothing is rigged, why did your moderators interrupt Trump way more times than Clinton during the debates?
And why did it morph into that? No, answer the question. Do you still believe?
You
I do.
me all the time. Why don't you
Would you
interrupt her?
please?
And even insert themselves into the debates.
There are sometimes reasons the military does that. Psychological
I can't
warfare.
think of any. I can't think of any.
It
and I'm
might
pretty
be
good
to
at it.
help
And we
get
have General
civilians
Flynn,
out.
And I'd like to know, Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the emails? I'd like to know. It's nice to 1-on-3.
If nothing is rigged, why do you need to rig post-debate polls by sampling more Democrats than Republicans every time to ensure Hillary wins? If nothing is rigged, then why does your satellite feed mysteriously drop every time someone is about to say something negative about Hillary Clinton?
Okay, so let's... I mean, that is a huge... This rant, his rant goes on for 8 minutes. This is epic. This video that he put together, Prison Planet, at Prison Planet. Go to his handle on Twitter. This rant is epic. I mean, it just literally destroys anybody and everybody that has been the cuck for Hillary Clinton, that has been supporting her, has been loving on her, and just worshiping her feet, and just, oh, it's all about her, it's all about her, it's all, and be like, wow, really? What really is going on? So check this out. This is the coverage. CNN has a congressman on, and CNN is talking to him, and listen to what the congressman says and hear what happens.
To the extent that character comes up tonight, Congressman Collins, what do you think Donald Trump needs to do to come out on top?
Okay, and this is just before the debate, right? Hours before the debate.
Well, on the character issue, the public, 2/3 or more of the public knows that Hillary Clinton's a liar. She can't be trusted. And now the two faces of Hillary Clinton are coming out. The fact through WikiLeaks that she says one thing and...
Oh, no. All right, let's see if we can get Congressman Collins back. Obviously, we just lost the satellite feed. That sucks.
We lost the satellite feed. That sucks. Okay, whatever, bro. No, not flying. We see right through this. This is 1984 all over again. Read the book 1984. It was written back in the early turn of the century, and it was a paranoid guy talking about the government is censoring, watching, being Big Brother, looking over you. That is exactly what's going on right now. It's out of control. And real quick, this is Megyn Kelly trying to oust Donna Brazier.
The vice chair of the DNC gave a town hall question during the primaries. She didn't give it to Bernie Sanders. She gave it to Hillary. If she did that, that's a gross breach of ethics on her part, is it not?
Well, there's two things here, Megyn. Number one, we're not sure if she gave a question to Bernie Sanders or not. Because
okay, she said giving a question to Hillary Clinton, and he responds, we're not sure if she didn't give a question to Bernie Sanders. Meaning Bernie Sanders might have got a question too, so what's the problem? They both get questions. And then he goes on to rail against how criminal Russia is for doing. It's just absolute hacks out there reporting the media, reporting what they want to report, reporting made up stuff. I'm just wondering how much they're getting paid by Hillary Clinton to say all this, because there's no way I could do or say any of this stuff without somebody dumping a duffel bag, a huge duffel bag of money on me for me to lie, cheat, and steal. I don't even think I could do it to the American public. I love this country so much. I know I wouldn't do it. There's no way. What are these people thinking? Oh, the news media is out of control. Folks, listen to us Sunday night, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern on Smith Radio, SMYTHSmithRadio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Smith Radio. Follow Prison Planet. Paul Watson, just absolutely incredible. Hope to have you on the show very soon. Would love to interview. Follow us on Facebook.com/Smith Radio, or just go to SmithRadio.com. You can also listen to us on iHeart, iHeart.SmithRadio.com.
with unfathomable power.
What kind of power?
Unfathomable. It's without fathom.